I have 51 hours left to live. Hello. Thanks to the Death with Dignity law in the state of Oregon, on Tuesday I will finally end my struggle with cancer. As part of the preparation, I had to give up painkillers to at least partially regain my dignity and clarity of mind. Who I was no longer matters. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm tired. And finally, my wish to leave has been treated with proper respect. If you want, ask questions. Rest in peace. If possible, I'll document everything that's happening to me or at least add some updates to the thread. Honestly, I don't know if I'll manage. The pain is too hellish, but I was warned it would be like this. I promise to keep answering for as long as I can. If it's not too much trouble, write what kind of cancer you have and how long you've been fighting it. I have lymphoma that spread throughout my body. How old are you? What will your next few days be like? I'm 39. I hope that the next 24 hours I'll spend with my family and my new iPad, which gives me the opportunity to talk to you. On Monday, I'll be writing letters. I'll try to write as many as I can. Sorry for such a boring answer. Is there a lesson or thought you'd like to share with us and the rest of the world? I want to say one thing. Don't hurt each other. Nothing we own is worth it. Everything in our lives is fleeting. Stop judging people by skin color, gender, religion, and so on. We're all just people. And if you try to love others, you won't lose anything from it. How will it happen? Will you be at home? Have you already arranged your funeral? What will be your final thought? What are your religious beliefs? What do you think will happen to you after death? I'll be given a drug that I'll have to administer myself. I already have an IV, so it won't be difficult. I no longer have a home, had to sell it to cover medical bills. Everything is already arranged for the funeral. I won't answer about my final thought, too personal. I have no religious beliefs. Are you afraid of death? Not really. It's scary, but I won't tell my family that. I hope it won't hurt. Do you regret not doing something? Only one thing. I once bought an engagement ring for my high school love sweetheart, but never gave it to her because I got into a stupid fight that landed me in the army for a long time. That's how life flew by. I only regret that. Damn, you just inspired me to go confess my love to my girlfriend. I went to hug my boyfriend, but he's too busy playing Call of Duty. Well, I tried. What are you most proud of? That I finished my master's degree while lying in a hospital bed, proudly declaring I'm the first master's graduate in the family. When it's all over, what do you think you'll miss the most? What the least? Besides cancer and chemotherapy, I'll miss life. Not the current life, but the one that was out there beyond the window. I'll miss least the fact that my loved ones had to suffer because of me. I'll remember you. My question. Many call the Death with Dignity law physician-assisted suicide and oppose it. Can you try to convince those people and explain your decision? Thank you for sharing your final hours with us. I don't have to suffer. That's a right every person should have. Why do they want to take it away? If they're worried that people will start randomly choosing euthanasia, I'll disappoint them. To get approval, you have to go through a bunch of doctors who have to see meaning in it. I think those people don't realize how unbearable reality can be. What's your most pleasant memory? How my nephew beat cancer. He had it in childhood. Luckily, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia fixed everything. It's been 9 years, no new tumors. Second place, summer when my dad and I traveled through Alabama and went to baseball games in every city. Do you believe in the afterlife? Did that influence your decision? No and no. My decision was only influenced by pain and fear. I can no longer walk, travel, love, and if my fate is to suffer, then what's the point? How long have you been fighting cancer? 6 years. Unfortunately, the tumor spread to my brain and can no longer be operated on. Another question. Why did you choose to go on Tuesday and not Friday, for example? The 18th is my sister's birthday. I really didn't want her to spend it in a hospital or at a funeral. Are you thinking of doing something meaningful in the last 2 days? Something you always wanted to do? I'm thinking of recording a video for YouTube. How did your family react to your decision? With respect, or did they try to talk you out of it? They treated it with understanding. At my request, tomorrow evening they'll leave. Maybe it's vain, but I want them to remember me as happy and sane. In recent months, while on medication, I was nothing like that. If you suddenly want someone to be with you in your final moments, I'd be happy to come to you from San Francisco. If so, message me privately. I'm ready to leave even today. Can I ask one question I've always wanted to ask someone who's on the edge of death? I really want to improve my social skills, but I'm very afraid to approach people. I'm in college, want to meet people and grow, but I'm very shy. Fears really hold me back, and I've always wanted to ask someone who's about to go, are those fears worth anything? Do you think one should take risks in life? Should we meet people despite fear? Sorry if this is a dumb question. I hope you find peace. It's not a dumb question. Thanks for writing. It's a great distraction from living within 4 walls. And I have a question for you. What do you think are the long-term risks of walking up to someone and saying, "Hi"? I can't think of anything. Worst case, some aggressive guy might come up and punch you in the face for hitting on his sister. But in a month, there will be no pain or shame. On the other hand, if you meet the one, that's forever. Are you ready to trade a month of embarrassment for a happy life? What will you do in your final hours? I will live. I really would love to travel the world and meet new people, but the closest I can get to that now is sitting here and talking to you. Sorry for the boring answer. No more world tours for me. Hello from Victoria, Australia. Rashad just checked in. Ireland's here too. Hello to you from Japan. Hang in there, buddy. Toronto. The last 4 years, my uncle has been fighting bone cancer. Yesterday, the oncologist said they found new growths in his abdomen that are no longer treatable and sent him home. Cancer is a terrible thing. I can't even imagine what you've had to go through. I hope you find peace. And if you're religious, then I hope you end up in a better world. I'm very sorry, I won't cry here, but just suggest he visit this forum. Here you can feel normal even for a few minutes. Did you have a bucket list? If so, how did it go? I had only one item, to have a child. I didn't fulfill it. Also, I never saw the northern lights. I live in Iceland. We have them here year-round. Next time I see them, I'll think of you. How amazing that we take them for granted, while someone hopes to see them just once. It's great that you have the opportunity to leave with dignity. Oregon is one of the best states. Rest in peace. Why are you sitting on Reddit and not spending time with loved ones? I don't want to sound like a jerk, I like you, but I think they need you more right now. What's your goal here? Thanks for your time. I understand how valuable it is. I'm here because I want to feel alive one last time. My loved ones are eating right now, so I'm alone. They wanted to eat in the hospital, but I persuaded them to go out and get some air, because staying here is emotionally very hard. I'm hanging out on Reddit because I'm alone. Hope that answer works for you. My goal is to keep this thread going until Tuesday. Are you sure you want to go alone? Rest in peace, man. We all leave alone. Why force people to watch it? In 1997, I sat in a hospital room and watched my father die from cancer. He was shaking and all that. Words can't describe how hard it was to watch.
Let's do some kind of experiment to check whether the afterlife exists. Sorry, I don't want to sound rude. I'm just curious to test something humanity's been arguing about for thousands of years. Well, if I can somehow help, then let's do it. Are there any ideas? If the afterlife exists, then send an electron that will upvote this comment. Wow, begging for reactions from the dead, that's something new. Not bad. Catch my ob world. It's probably not easy when you know the day and hour of your death. What's going on in your head? I think it's such a heavy burden, isn't it? I still haven't fully processed everything. On Monday, I think it'll be really hard. Have you encountered any religious fanatics who tried to convince you to change your decision? Yes, I even received hate mail. If you could get your old health back for one day, what would you do with that time? I'd fly to Florida, to Quest. Once I had a special day there. I caught both the light and the sunset. It was so peaceful. I'd gladly repeat it with my partner. But I don't deserve that. I'm still very young, but I constantly think about death. I hope I still have time. I wanted to ask, aren't you scared that you don't know what comes after? Isn't it scary to watch the seconds pass and not understand what will happen in a couple of days? Thanks for the question. I don't look at the clock. Right now I have many different fears, but mostly I think about two things. First, please let it not be unbearably painful. Second, I hope my parents survive all this, and that only happiness awaits them afterward. I don't want to cause suffering anymore, neither to myself nor to others. Friend, if I could, I would take all your pain upon myself. I know you have a very brave soul. If it's possible, let us know how it is on the other side. Even if it were possible, I would still never ask you to do that. It's okay. I'm ready.